What is up, you guys? Welcome to Tan Your Hide. Today I'm going to be showing y'all how to flesh a pelt with a pressure washer. Alright, I'm going to give you the ins and outs, the specs of my pressure washer, the type of nozzle that I use, the angle, all this and that, man. Things to look out for. And what I've got is a bunch of bobcats that are in this old pickle bath, okay? Because it's 95 degrees out here today down south in Arkansas, okay? So it's not safe to just put hides out and thaw them, okay? If you want to know how to do something like that, man, go to my page, check out my videos. I got a video specifically talking about how to safely thaw hides in a pickle bath during the summer so you can continue to tan hides in the summer. All right, guys, let's get after it and get some hides fleshed. All right, everyone. I'm just showing you the type of pressure washer that I have. I have a Simpson 3100 PSI, 2.3 gallons a minute pressure washer, okay? It's a gas powered, and I highly recommend gas powered pressure washers because they hold their PSI more consistently than a electric one does, okay? So that's based on my experience. Here, I have the turbo nozzle, okay? I stay away from these that come with it. Okay, I do not flesh hides with those nozzles. I use turbo nozzle. It has a spinning effect and it rips and shreds and basically just peels off the entire layer. Okay, it's very aggressive and you'll want to play with it, but I'm going to show you guys right now exactly how I use it on an actual hide. So here we go. All right, you guys, pressure washer is on. Got my hide turned inside out. I've split the tail. I have a video on how to use tail strippers such as this right here. If y'all are interested and don't know how to use these, again, check out my channel, look at my videos, and I have a video specifically explaining how to use these, what they are, everything like that. Go check it out. Alright, so I have a board here. It's simple. I have a pallet. You don't necessarily need a pallet, but it just keeps everything up off the ground and lifts it up a little bit more. I've got two cinder blocks, and on top of those cinder blocks, I have a piece of 4x8 treated plywood, okay? You don't have to have treated plywood. I used to use that OSB over there, but as you can see, it's not going to last very long. And as you can probably tell, I fleshed a lot of hides. The treated plywood, you know, it's more resistant to water. It's going to last longer, flush more hides on them. Okay, one important thing is these clamps right here. These are made by Hyper Tough. Went and picked them up at Walmart. I think it was like, I don't know, less than 10 bucks for 4 of them. So really good for doing deer hides and stuff. But if you have a fur like this or a tubed out pelt, right, you just want to get it, just lay it down and just get after it. Now, you want to be careful with the faces of these animals with this pressure washer, okay? It's really thin right here, and you can absolutely just shred them up. So I try to spray them off lightly and just clean them up a little bit, get the blood out of there and everything, and then I'll move on to the body. And we're gonna watch these more sensitive areas underneath the arms and the belly and stuff like that. You want to back off and take your time on those areas. Now you can get this done relatively quick once you have a little bit of practice on it and everything. But I just like to get the arms out from underneath it and just lay it out just like that. Okay, guys? Again, 3100 PSI pressure washer with a turbo nozzle. Okay? So this is exactly what it's going to look like if I can keep my arms out of the way. You can see right here, it's turned it white. Now, the flesh is all still on there, okay? So don't let that fool you. Get it down to the skin. Once you break through and, you know, and kind of sever the membrane a little bit, you can then begin to peel it off all the way down. So just like this. You can see the angle that I have. I've got probably a little bit less than a 45-degree angle. But I'm not holding still in one spot at all. keeping it moving. As you can see, all this stuff coming off of it, hopefully. Keep it moving. Really wash the skin. And clean this face up a little bit. Get the blood out of there. You can kind of get in between the ears a bit. But any more than that, you don't really want to do. See, just like that. It's cleaned up. Alright, so that's perfectly flesh. That's all the way down to the skin. There's no membrane left on that. Now we will go back and turn these ears out, take the cartilage out of the nose, and take all this meat that's left over on this face. And we'll also turn these lips. It's important to turn the lips because it allows whiskers to relax in more of a natural state. If you've ever tanned a hide and the whiskers were just all over the place, it's because this stuff dries, and when it does, it pulls it every which direction and just causes these whiskers to go crazy. Guys, again, if you're interested in learning how to turn the ears, remove cartilage from the nose, split the eyes, clean up the face, and split the lips and remove that gum line, I've got videos that explain all of that. Go to my channel, check it out. So once I get down pretty far, I just pull it up, apply my clamp again. You want to make sure that you've got everything spread out and pulled pretty tight. Okay, you don't want it to bunch up on you. Kind of get these feet lined out here. Okay, and then we'll do the rest of this side. Be very careful around that tail. You just kind of want to back off, let it beat it up. But guys, it just blows it right off. Just be very careful around the flank area of any animal you do. But you can clean these legs up really fine. And you can give it a good rinse. I mean, there's all kinds of blood and stuff still up in there. So give it a good rinse. Get all that stuff out. If you see any membrane kind of fluffing around, you can get all that off too. Alright, when you get done with that side, just give it a good flip. And when you clamp it, clamp that bottom jaw. Just like that. Open up these legs and get after it. Again, you want to be sensitive, very careful with it when you get around that face. In between these arms, very thin. Then you want to flip it on the side that was turned, if you can. Looks like it was actually pretty clean. Kind of rotated a bit. See that little line out there? We're going to get that. For these arms, you just want to take the entire pelt, put the belly up, and turn those arms up. Put the clamp on. Belly up. Touch up that face a little bit. Turn this over. Just expose what you need exposed. Wash it off. And there you have it. All right, you all. So we have now successfully fleshed this hide. Okay, like I said, if you don't want the face to be hard and rough, you will definitely want to go through and clean all this up. Make sure you check out my individual videos explaining each individual process of the face to get the clean, soft face that you may or may not want. If you don't want it, don't worry about it. But you can notice I did not flesh a lot of that face. A lot of that's going to be done with the scalpel. Check them videos out. Look, that is a clean job, okay? That's as good as it needs to be. All right, so the reason why I like this a lot is because not only did we flesh it, but we removed a lot of surface grease, blood. We even pulled a little bit of blood out of here. I mean, look how white and clean that is now. So if you're going to pickle your hides, this is going to help make that pickle even more effective by getting rid of this stuff. So y'all, I have videos explaining the next process, and you can look on my channel for them. But the next process is salting this. All right, that's going to draw out a lot of excess moisture in there, and it's going to begin to cure this hide. It's going to shrink it up, and that's going to hold your hairs in there. Okay, and you'll want to degrease it after 24 hours of salt, and make sure you degrease this and wash the skin thoroughly, wash the fur thoroughly. Let it sit in there for about 45 minutes. Put a half a pound of salt per gallon of water. Okay. And I just use Dawn dish soap. Okay, that's perfect. Let it sit in there, agitate it as often as you can for 45 minutes, within a 45-minute time frame. Okay, and once you get it out, rinse it off thoroughly, get all the soap, excess soap off of it, and there's going to be a lot on there. So I usually do it with my pressure washer, and it goes all the way down the skin and removes grease, removes dirt, blood, all that stuff that's going to fluctuate your pickle bath, okay? And I have another video explaining the pickle bath, how to make it, what it does, the purpose of it, how to utilize it in making soft fur, okay? Because once you harvest an animal and you decide you want to tan the fur, I mean, that's representing the animal that you killed, and it's also representing your skills. So, you know, learn how to do this, and broaden your perspective of how to tan hides, and make something that you can be proud of. It doesn't take a lot of work. It's just simple steps, okay? So then my next step after fleshing this hide is I'm going to hang it up just for a little while and let it drain, okay? I'm going to let the excess moisture drain off of it. I don't want to put salt directly on it because it's drenched right now, okay? The pressure washer puts water into the fibers, okay? It beats it in there. So you're going to want to let it drain, and then it'll still be wet and the salt will stick to it. That's what you want, okay? And then that salt will be able to do a good job at drawing out excess moisture, fat, blood, anything like that. So guys, I sure hope this helps you. And if it does, and you appreciate this type of content, please like this video. And if you hadn't already, subscribe to the channel. All you're going to do is learn more about hide tanning. I'm going to teach you everything I know, okay? And guys, if you are subscribed, thank you for your support. This channel and my subscribers, people that hadn't subscribed to me, it's been super supportive. Very minimal hate has come from people on YouTube. So y'all, I'm going to keep pumping out stuff, and I hope that you enjoy what I got going on here. And look, if you have successfully tanned some hides, drop some pictures in the comments. Look at my YouTube description and find my email, tanyourhide25@gmail.com. Shoot me some pictures of some hides that you've tanned. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them down in the comments, or just shoot me an email directly and we can talk it up, man. Hey, thank you guys. Y'all stay blessed.